Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Top Gun Maverick. It broke a record. It just passed Titanic at the all-time domestic box office. It's number 7 if you look at the list here. Above several Star Wars movies, actually. And
look, it beat The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker.
And The Rise of Skywalker.
But A New Hope too, so hey.
Yeah. So anyway, it's looking to overtake Infinity War at some point, maybe. Nah, I don't know. It's pretty far. Well, it's not that far behind. It really isn't. Anyway, Top Gun Maverick has been a massive success. It's a movie with what they call legs, where it performs very well, even weeks or months after its initial release. This is how it was done back in the 80s. The movies would get released and they would stay in theaters for months.
Right. Now the movie's released and it's gone after like a month or two. But back then, they had the same movie in the theater for a year.
Oh yeah.
Or they'd re-release it. I know Home Alone was like, from Christmas to Christmas. I mean, it kept going.
Yeah, so, all the excuses about the pandemic and, yada are gone. The media is not real happy with this movie. In fact, they've been calling it, conservative fan fiction.
It's not, though. Have you seen the movie?
You've seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, that's right. You didn't see the movie.
I didn't see the movie.
It is not. It is not conservative fan fiction. My ass.
So we're going to... Your ass is not conservative fan fiction either.
No, it isn't.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this, talk about Top Gun Maverick, and talk about how studios need to roll it back a little bit, because I think Top Gun shows us that there is absolutely a market for, I guess, more traditional entertainment from Hollywood. And people don't want to admit that, but I think we're starting to see the numbers. Numbers don't lie. This is why I think, David Zaslav is rolling things back at Warner Brothers. Why he's like, we're not going to release Batman or Superman movies that are garbage, that are brand damaging. And everybody has to be looking at Top Gun being like, what'd they do right? And it's actually very simple. You just gave people what they actually want instead of telling them what to like.
Well, not just that. They didn't shoehorn agenda in all the time. There was diversity in it, but they didn't make a big deal about it. It was just organic diversity.
So let's talk about that. They're doing a fan appreciation weekend. It is a good time to talk about. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Guys, over 274,000 subs. Woo! Finally. But yeah, you've seen Top Gun. I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately.
I keep forgetting you didn't see it.
No.
I went and took my dad, because my dad was in the Navy and he was a mechanic on the aircraft carriers. He's always loved Top Gun. So I took my dad to see it, and my mom and dad absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I can't wait to catch it whenever it comes out on streaming or digital.
Yeah, which it isn't yet, which is funny because I was pointing out Lightyear already on streaming.
Yeah.
Other movies like it come out are already out in streaming because they didn't do well in the box office. Yeah.
Oh, Lightyear was quick. Lightyear's already God, what was it? Just like a month and a half.
It Lightyeared itself into streaming.
Warp speed to streaming. So let's talk about breaking or surpassing Titanic, and then we're gonna talk about
the Titanic. It's why it sunk.
All right, so it just passed Titanic at the all-time domestic box office. These are the 10 highest grossing movies ever. We already showed you that. Still breaking records, passing both Jurassic World and Titanic this week to become the 7th highest grossing film of all time at the domestic box office, and also passed The Last Jedi. The sequel to the 1986 hit, already Tom Cruise's highest grossing film and first ever billion-dollar movie, has earned $662 million in the U.S. since May 27th. It's been out that long and it's still making money.
Yep.
Its global box office haul stands at $1.35 billion, good enough to make it the number 13th highest grossing movie ever made. Maverick is doing something that only a handful of films have ever done in the modern blockbuster era. Here's where Maverick stands. We talked about that. It's pretty incredible. I mean, look, it's like Maverick is looking to overtake Infinity War. It's coming up on Black Panther, all these Marvel movies, but I just love that it's past the Avengers, it's past the Last Jedi. But actually this makes it even look worse, right? Because The Force Awakens was this massive hit. No one's touched it yet. But then you've got down here, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, you can see the diminishing returns.
Yeah, but
right?
again, like you have A New Hope, but that was the very first one,
But this isn't adjusted for inflation either, so I think...
Isn't it? I don't know. They usually do adjust it for inflation, so I don't know. But it's just, to me, it's funny because, like I said, all these other movies have come and gone, and they're already out and streaming, and they weren't in the theater very long, and Top Gun's still going. And they keep saying it's just like, it's a conservative fever dream or whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk about
and it's really, really, truly not.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Because they're like trying to play it down so hard. And this is what gets me. They keep trying to play up some movies, and they play them up in ways that it's like, did you watch the movie? And then other movies like this one, they keep trying to play it down. And it's like, did you watch the movie? And it's just funny to me. And if you hear weird sounds in the background, that's a dog snoring.
The dog is in the studio.
I want to make sure I clarify that, because if you hear these really weird piggy sounding noises,
it's not me.
We're not like making fun of anyone. That's the dog. There he goes. That's Sir Charles Toasty Butternut Pendragon III, Esquire.
He is in the studio with us tonight. This is like the Rippaverse comics, right? I mean, anytime somebody has success and the media doesn't like these people, or they lean conservative or whatever, they say it's not legitimate success. Rippa did $3.5 million in comic book sales or something.
It's called jealousy.
And they're like, well, they're not real comic book sales. They're not actual comic book sales. He's just selling to conservatives.
No. Here's the thing. Well, then that's how you guess he sell comics, apparently. And that's how you make movies, apparently. No, it's not even about conservative. They're making things that appeal to the majority of people.
Yeah, right.
Not the extremists on the other side. And you'll find that the majority of people don't lie on either extreme, but both extremes try to blame it on the other side. But again, the comics thing, you said that doesn't count. Well, I guarantee you when they do the numbers, they'll count it.
Yeah, they'll count it. I mean, it doesn't, math doesn't lie. Math doesn't care if, what your political affiliation is. And Hollywood.
Well, when they're trying to fake the numbers are big in comics, they'll add it.
But Hollywood's starting to learn this. This is why David Zaslav is doing what he's doing over Warner, because he's probably like, crap, we could be making bank on Batman and Superman movies that are good. Why are we wasting money on Batgirl?
Well, not just that. People expect a certain thing when you have fan base that's built up over the years. There's certain expectations because that's what the character has been established for years. And then if you change it for no reason, people don't like it. Sorry.
So they said Top Gun Maverick continues to soar at the box office, surpassing films like Titanic and The Last Jedi. Paramount has announced a fan appreciation weekend event to thank the audiences for all they've done to break the box office records. To celebrate the film's success, it will return to certain theatrical formats at select theaters where fans will get to experience exclusive content prior to their screening of the film, including a behind-the-scenes look at what it was like shooting on a real active Navy aircraft carrier.
Oh, my dad will love this.
Yeah, so the fan appreciation footage will include a look at shooting on the USS Roosevelt, the aircraft carrier that served as part of the setting for the film's third act. So that's kind of cool. They did this with Avengers too, with Infinity War and Endgame. They gave us PS2 Hulk.
Well, I hope if they do put this out, when they put this out in DVD box set, streaming, whatever, they add this stuff to it because then I can buy it for my dad. So
yeah, it's so sad though because your dad was he was on the Hancock, right?
Yes, he was.
And I looked into it, and apparently the Hancock became Nissan Automobiles or something.
Yeah, probably.
I told he was very disappointed. They commissioned it during, I believe the story was, she was commissioned during World War II to fight the Japanese, and then they scrapped her and turned her into Japanese cars. Because he wondered what happened to it.
You told him?
I told him.
Why would you tell him that?
We were at an event. He and I used to go to these events all the time, and he was asking about it because somebody else he was talking to was talking about their aircraft carrier, and they knew where it was and what happened to it. Like, oh yeah, it's the bottom of the ocean, whatever. And so I looked up the Hancock, and apparently they turned it into Japanese cars.
His commanding officer was Jim Morrison's dad.
Yes, that's a funny story.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but
He didn't like the Doors very much.
No, he did not.
You weren't allowed to talk about the Doors.
You were not. Oh, you have talked to my dad because you know all about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's almost like you've been married to me for like 20-some years or something.
Yeah. Yeah. He did not like to discuss his son's music career. So anyway, this is gonna be really interesting. I think this movie is gonna be a massive game changer in Hollywood. Hollywood is gonna look at this and be like, you know what? Mass appeal makes massive bank.
And you know what? I hope they keep putting these headlines out there, because the more they keep doing this, the more it makes.
Yeah.
Because people are just like, oh, hell no. You know, it's such a ridiculous thing. They're trying to stop it, but all it's doing is just making people go see it more.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I think that's kind of what you have to do. Like anytime you want to send a message to a company, to Hollywood, to whatever, you have to vote with your wallets and you throw money behind projects you like. That's all they listen to. At the end of the day, they're going to look at what makes money and they're going to make more of that.
Yep.
So we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.